December 2021. Guys, let's go around the room. Guitar World, Pedal Corner. Got some oldies, got some newies, got some blueies, got some dewies. Electronic drum kit. There's the AquaDog, it makes it AquaDogs Recordings. Show poster wall. Some of these I've worked on, some of these I'm just huge fans of. Best band in the world is from Austin, Texas. Second best band in the world is from Salem, Massachusetts. Third best band in the world. Well, that's conversion of roses together. Anyway, Guitar World. This little orange guy, so good. I really fall in love with this thing. This little guy, TC Electronics BAM 200. It's a little 200 watt bass head / DI. You know, you blend this guy and this guy together, you get some pretty great tones. And then the old standby 76 jazz chorus. Still got the original Roland drivers. The guitar I bought from my dad. Left-handed acoustic. Everything in this studio is cheap. Old Roland sampler. This is Roland's version, I think, of the MPC 60, MPC 1000 maybe. It's not great, but it is fun. Old show posters from when I was in the band. And then one of my favorites, TV on the radio, Stubbs. Some Stubbs. Here's the client couch, but really, it's the dog couch. Yeah, that's right. I love shit cheap guitars, because I am a shit cheap guitar player. So, this bass is hilarious. If you look, so I took the frets out. It's a real Frankenstein, but I gotta be honest, when you play that bass through all three of those cabinets, through these pedals, it sounds just as horrible as you think it would. Records. Every studio needs a decent record collection, needs a decent record player. Also, maybe every studio should have a gun. Who knows? This is Weird Corner with chord organ. Still works. Sword beer. Kept that one. I can't remember if the beer was any good. Look at drone machine. This thing's fun. From India. Just as a drone. It's pretty sweet. Everybody needs a theremin and a trumpet. Workbench. This is where I will clean synths or repair cables or smith weapons, whatever it is. Mic locker. I'm not going to pull all this out today, but Aston Origin, RE320, SM57s, 58s, and we got DIs, software, all kinds of other fun stuff. 2007 MacBook Pro that has an old Arturia suite on it. I love this thing. I'll miss it when it finally dies. The dualities. Neither one good or evil. They just are. Man, this thing's so fun. Modded it with a 1/4 inch out, so you know you can just do all kinds of wacky stuff. Normally, I will play it through the Monotron Duo. Old iPad. I think this is a Gen 1. I use it just for this synth. The Inlog for free, and it honestly, I love this thing. I usually send it to this guy. Old Emu MIDI controller that I run the archery suite with, TR505. So much fun to just make beats on it. The sounds are bad, but in a really good way, but it's super fun to just punch up, use the MIDI out. Newer drum machines, Drum Brute Impact, so fun, so fun. The old steady Microcorg, my first synth, bought it in 2006, I believe. It's still rocking, still knows what to do, still is the best, still has old notes. Right there. Snare for the Drum Brute runs through this. I'll use this on other stuff, the old mini Chaos pad. I do have an original Gen 1 Chaos pad. It is broke. Hit me up if you can fix it. The Rocket. Man, what a fun. I've been making a lot of music. The music that you're hearing in the background of this is from the Rocket. It's so good. Monologue, just a great analog mono synth from Korg. I use the shit out of it. I love this thing. And then the old Electrive sampler and the synth. I don't use the synth a lot, but I do use its sequencer a ton. Sampler, another, you know, I like it better than that other old Roland sampler that we saw, but it's just 12-bit crappy goodness, so good. Then Roland D10 doesn't get a lot of use too much anymore. It's really become a desk, but I will use its 80s synthy goodness from time to time. Le Rack. So this is just a Mackie mixing board. We'll play records through this, but really what I use this for, this is how I control my monitors. So come down, get the lights on. We got the Pro 40, old school, Firewire. Eventually I won't be able to use this thing, and that's a bummer. My main actual nice preamp, Blackline Audio B12A. Got a reamp box. Every studio should have a reamp box, although we'll talk about if you don't have one, what you can do. FMR Audio RNC, really nice preamp. It honestly is a really nice compressor. It honestly is a really nice compressor. It's got the sweet button, I think it's what it's called. Super nice is what it's called. Basically, it combines 3 compressors at once. It's good for vocals, but this is my chain. This guy into this guy. And then we have the Scarlett 18i6. Now, you see the 18i6, see this, and if you know much about these Scarletts, the functionality in them isn't great. Especially that 18i6. They don't even make it. They've only made the Gen 1 version of this. Once again, everything in the studio is cheap. So basically what I do is in Mac I run it as an aggregate device in my DAW, so I can use all the inputs and outputs together. It can get confusing, but I made a chart. TC Electronics M1. You know, it's just an early 2000s TC effects processor, but it sounds great. The routing is really easy, and it's just another way for me to get a little more outboard effects going on instead of just working in the box. So back to monitors. So basically I have the Tannoy Reveal 501s, and then these old Bose Series 2 bookcase speakers, right? Those are my reference speakers. I don't mix on those, but I do listen to a ton of stuff on them after I'm done mixing, or if I want to do a reference track or whatever, I will listen to those. So the Sapphire and the Scarlett come into here. I control them just through these stereo inputs, and then the output for the Bose and the output for the Tannoys. That way I can really A/B left and right on the Tannoys and really dial in the mixes. And these Bose, they just sound good. I'm thinking about buying another set just in case these die. Great bass response in them. They're awesome. Alright, well I use Behringer for my control because I think it's the highest quality, cheapest price, tactile DAW control you can get. Once again, cheap. I do a lot of hunting, a lot of internet hunting. Oh, some trash. And you put me on water? No, not in Texas, baby. I use Reason. I'm a Reason guy. Reason gang. This is 10.4. I haven't made the switch yet. I'm waiting for it. It's gotten a little weird. That's 2004 MacBook Pro. I want to move up to the M1 Mac Mini. We'll see how 2021 treats us before that, because I'm probably gonna go ahead and go back to Pro Tools. I was in Pro Tools for a while, but I've been making music for myself and haven't really cared about Pro Tools. But now I want to start recording other folks. And Pro Tools it's the devil you got to deal with. This is great. This old Pioneer Spring Reverb unit, I use it from time to time. It's a cool little piece just to look at, but actually it adds a color if you're looking for that in there. So got 8 fader banks, master control, and then just the Alesis VI. I don't really, if I need more keys, I'll just use that guy, but for what I'm doing here. So this is silly. So the Bose, they run off this old, get this out of there. Get out of it. This old Yamaha. But I just run it stereo. None of the internal, Hall effects or anything. It's just the stereo. I'm sure there's much cleaner ways to listen to those Bose, but it sounds good. Roland, this is Roland's first drum brain, I think. Once again, super cheap. The sounds on it are awesome. It's got 909 sounds, 808 sounds, 606 sounds, all kinds of world music sounds. It's really great. So I will use it with these 3, the little drum kit, or I will send it the MIDI out of here. And honestly, I get a lot of great drum tracks by composing the beats on this thing and then MIDI sending it through there. Old ELO touchscreen that I might have stole from work. Who knows what I do. As far as sound reinforcement, not a lot done yet. We have a solid core door that's covered in carpet. This was my back a long time ago before Tame Impala was a giant band. I worked for them, and everybody in the crew wore lab coats. That's my Tame Impala lab coat. So as far as sound reinforcement, don't get a lot. I did hang curtains just on the other side of the mix position, as you can see. And then I have these curtains back here that I will close when I am mixing. There's the backyard and these little nasty windows. We're gonna do some more soundproofing here. I'm not gonna go full on. I'm definitely not using RLX because it's ugly. I'm not gonna do diffusion in here because it's too small of a room, and I can't afford to have somebody in here and calculate the actual diffusion. So I got some old cedar planks, and we're gonna throw some cedar planks up there. Cedar planks, I think it'll break up the sound, but it'll also do some pretty good absorption. And yeah, this is AquaDogs Recordings studio tour for 2021. I can't wait to open the place up, to have people come in. I'm ready to track your demos, get down your thoughts. This isn't really a mixing house, definitely not a mastering, but if you're looking for a place to just come play on some gear and get your ideas down, then, I want you to come do that. This is why I built this place. If you build it, they will come. So, we'll see you guys. I'll do more videos, talk about the mics, talk about my workflow and mixing, and I guess, is this the part where they say give a like, give a love, give a share, give a shit. Bye.